Hi there, I'm Budda and you're watching Dr. Guitar, a show for all you guitarists out there. In today's episode, I have two similar-ish guitars made by PRS, or better yet, one is a real PRS, the DGT model made in USA. The other one is the PRS SE made in the Far East. I think they're doing it in Indonesia. Let me check. Yes, Indonesia. They are kind of similar. Basically, this SE is the take on this DGT. They are similar, but they're not the same. And the SE, feels a little cheaper than the DGT, but only in hardware, because the neck feel, the gloss finish, everything is really, really familiar to me. I had this guitar, the DGT, for a long time. It's my favorite PRS guitar. As they say, this is the PRS for people who don't like PRS. I actually respect a lot what PRS is doing, because basically it's the only brand that you can buy a guitar made by the guy who created the brand. Gibson has no longer the same guys that they had in the 50s. Fender neither. PRS is Paul Reed Smith calling the shots and doing the things. So I love his approach about the brand, although most of the guitars are not really to my thing, but this DGT is a really good one. So what is this episode about? I'm basically comparing it because a friend of mine just lent me his, and I played it last night. And I felt like, wow, this really feels like my DGT. The feel of the neck, the glossy finish. This is a really hard gloss finish that PRSs have. And this is really familiar. Let me plug it in and check it out. But just by looking, you see like the bridge is not as well made or not as good material. The switch is also very sticky, very hard. The knobs are kind of similar. But a little more stiffer, and the plastic part's not as good, but then all the rest is really similar. Of course, colors are not the same, although they're both gold tops. They look different, a lot different. But still, a lot of Gibsons look different from the gold. This is greener. The DGT, the real DGT, is greener than this. This is yellower, but it feels a little less well made, this visually wise. Playability wise, they're really, really brothers. It would be hard to distinguish. Let me check it plugged in. Starting with the DGT, and I'm plugging it in to my Mesa Boogie 550, Express 550, one of my favorite amps at the moment, because it has the ability of having a lot of different tones, so it's easy to compare guitars. Clean channel with reverb, neck pickup. It feels really similar, but this one sounds way brighter than mine. Strings are different brands, pickup heights are also different, but the feel is incredibly similar. And one thing I usually do, I always do, is play the guitar unplugged. This is a better guitar, yeah. A little better guitar. Not incredibly different. Let's check middle position. Right, not as dissimilar. This feels a little less interesting, but the strings are different brands, so I'm not sure what strings this guitar has, and that changes a lot the feel. Also, my DGT strings are older than this, so maybe that's where the brightness comes from. But still, very, very, very similar feel, and not super different tone. Let me do bridge pickup. This feels a little more real to me, but also this is played a lot. I have this guitar forever. The finish on the neck is a little. This neck is a little more rosewoodish, and the birds inlays on this. So this is just aesthetic, but super similar. Super similar. Let's hear it with overdrive. So they feel a little different. This feels a little less interesting. This feels a little less comfortable to play. But it doesn't feel like a lot of times less expensive. This guitar on Thomann, and you can look for the link in the description box. I'll have a link for this specific guitars, these two. And it's an affiliate link, so if you buy from there, Thomann gives me a little commission, which is super good because it helps what I'm doing here. But still, just for the sake of comparison, SE Gold Top is 789. Normal DGT is 4,500. So it's incredible. It's a huge difference in price and not a huge difference in feel. This is not as good as the DGT, but still, this is not 4,000 euro difference. Let me get them close so I can compare them. Yeah, bridge is way better. The plastic parts way better. Pickup covers are brushed nickel instead of glossy. Still, it's okay. And there's the detail of the carved holes on the guitar. Like there's a carved thing for the knobs. Some details, but it's unbelievably similar. That's it. For the sake of it, which guitar would I buy? I would buy the DGT, the American one, for sure. Because I would always have the bug on, like, I don't have the real one. But you're starting out, you're starting to play, you want a PRS, you like that sound, you like the aesthetics of that guitar. It's a great option to have a guitar like the SE. I wish when I started playing, we would have guitars this quality at this price tag. It's super great. That's it, my friends. I hope you have liked the episode. If you haven't done it yet, please consider subscribing. Leave your thumbs up if you watch it to here. Means that you liked the episode, or at least you were curious, and it helps the channel. If you want to support a little more, you can think of becoming a patron. You just go to this link over here, you follow the steps, you get different tiers that give you access to different stuff, but you'll be getting early access to episodes, free video lessons, free backing tracks, and some exclusive content I upload to Patreon. I'm also doing it on YouTube, so if you subscribe to the channel, you have access to specific content on YouTube Premium platform. And that's it. I hope to see you next week. Bye bye.